Rain used to hit the windows of Westbridge High like somebody throwing handfuls of coins at the building. And weirdly enough, that's the first thing people remembered about that night. Not the ambulance. Not the screaming. Just the rain. Funny how memory works when people are scared. Every school has one of those stories. One weird rumor floating around the hallways that everybody jokes about during lunch, but nobody actually tests alone. Westbridge had room B19. A forgotten room in the basement. Old AI equipment. Dead monitors. Dust everywhere. And according to the rumor, if you sat in complete silence for 10 minutes, the monitors would turn on and show you your alternate life. Not your future. Your other life. The one that almost happened. The one built from one different decision. One missed text. One person you never walked away from. One moment you wish you could replay differently. At first, people treated it like a joke. A creepy little TikTok challenge. Until students started coming back, different. That was the strange part. Nobody came upstairs screaming. Nobody looked possessed. They just looked heavy. Like they'd seen something too personal to explain out loud. One guy supposedly saw himself still living with his dad after the divorce never happened. A girl claimed she watched a version of herself become an Olympic runner because in that life, she never injured her knee sophomore year. One student walked out crying because the monitors showed his older brother alive. And suddenly the room stopped sounding fake. Because everybody has that one decision they secretly revisit when life gets quiet. Usually late at night. Usually when there's nobody around. That random moment your brain keeps reopening like an old wound pretending to be a memory. And the terrifying part? The room didn't show fantasy. It showed possibility. That's what made people obsessed with it. Because fear is easy to ignore. Curiosity isn't. Especially when life already feels slightly wrong. Especially when you're 17 and pretending you're okay because everybody else is pretending too. Marcus Hill entered room B19 on a Thursday night. Basketball player. Good grades. Quiet kid. The kind adults describe as focused. Which usually means he learned early how to hide his problems neatly. Security cameras caught him walking downstairs around 8:43 p.m. He stayed inside for 21 minutes. Not 10. 21. And when he walked back out, he looked like somebody grieving a life that never happened. That's the only way people could describe it. No panic. No tears. Just this empty homesick expression like he missed somewhere he'd never actually been. 3 days later he quit basketball. Then deleted all his social media. Then stopped talking to almost everybody. And suddenly the whole school started asking the same question quietly inside themselves. If I saw a happier version of me, would I still survive being this version? That question spread through the school like smoke. You could actually feel it happening. People zoning out during class longer than usual. Couples fighting over tiny things. Students reconnecting with old crushes. Friends staring at cafeteria windows like they were somewhere else mentally. Because most people aren't haunted by failure. They're haunted by potential. By the person they almost became. That version of you that still exists somewhere in your imagination wearing your face, but living differently. And honestly, that thought ruins sleep sometimes. The AI monitors didn't even show perfect lives either. That's what made it worse. The alternate version still struggled. Still cried. Still felt lonely. Still made mistakes. But they carried one thing the students felt they lost somewhere along the way. Clarity. Then came Elena. Freshman. Quiet girl. Didn't talk much. She entered room B19 and left only 6 minutes later. And she was laughing. Not nervous laughing. Real laughing. Everybody thought she snapped mentally until she explained what she saw. The monitors showed her exact same life. Same parents. Same school. Same friends. Nothing changed. Except, that version of her stopped trying so hard to become somebody else. That hit people harder than every scary story combined. Everybody wonders if another version of them exists somewhere. Sleeping easier. Smiling more. Feeling lighter. And maybe the scariest thing isn't seeing that person. Maybe it's realizing how small the difference was. One decision. One conversation. One moment of courage. Lives split quietly. Not dramatically. Quietly. Like basement doors closing in empty schools at night. And somewhere inside room B19. Those monitors are probably still glowing softly in the dark. Waiting for the next person curious enough to sit down and watch the life they almost lived.